Okay, welcome back. Here we are, sixth turn of Second Battle of Winchester. This is the battle at Stephenson's Depot. Playing with the Great Battles of the American Civil War series. This is Death Valley expansion, Battles of the Shenandoah. And we're in the final turn of the Stephenson's Depot scenario here. I've gone through, and a couple things to note from my last video here. Just the victory counts slightly different. The Confederate side still has 28 points. I think I mentioned it was 27. I miscounted. There was one off there. The Union, however, has a bigger difference. I forgot or neglected to put in that with both Stuart and Williams brigades being ineffective. That is 2/3 of 3 brigades of Johnson, and now the division is combat ineffective. So there's another 5 points. So that's actually 15 points for the Union, rather than the 10 points that I had mentioned before. So what does that add up to the Union total? So there's 15 for that right now. We've got captured guns here, that's 4 points, that's 19. There's 3 points that we picked up for victory points, that's 22. And then the units going off the board up here in the corner, right up here, just now they're not off camera, right there. We have 1, 2, 3.5 over there. So that makes 25.5 versus the 28. So it's very, very close. We're only, 2.5 points away. So that could be just units going across. Well, I should say that will get us to a draw. We've still got to get more than 5 points for either side to get some sort of victory coming out of there. So very close play. Confederates still holding 3 hexes, possibly get 3 more. They could go up to 31. Union holding 3 hexes over here. So I doubt if the Confederates will hit them. So there's 3 more points. So that pushes them up to 28.5 right there. And then just, streaming units off the board as well. But I think the Union is going to try to get more units attacking here, because I don't know if we can get enough units streaming off the board. Because these units up here are close enough, they could get off. They're going to be worth maybe 1 to 2 points, 1.5 to 2 points. So that would get us up to 28, 29, 30. We may be able to get these cavalry, but the difficulty is that Elliot here is still under attack orders. Now, with him under attack orders, all the movement obviously cut in half, so they don't have a lot of movement to get off the board. Maybe these up here. Now we could swing them over into advanced mode, but that has its perils as well, because now they won't be pushing for these. That would pretty much ensure the Confederates hold at least 2 of these positions over here to get victory points, and really force Ely down here on the offensive to try to push over here. I don't think Walker will be knocked out. Brigade combat ineffective. That would be 5 points, and that would be a big game changer. I don't think so. He's got 1 unit here. This unit here, which is out of command, he's also collapsed. So there's 2 collapsed. Then there's 2 up here, which are in strong positions, holding up there. So there's 3 units. Now he could potentially get it with this one. Series of step losses here, but he is right with them to kind of hold them out. So, there is a chance he could go, and if that does, that would, push up the Union victory points there as well. From the Confederate side, it's kind of hold back the busting dam type of thing. How much they can hold, how much they can keep from losing points as well as gaining these 3 more victory points. It's doubtful. I won't be able to get them on the attack. There's just too many collapsed units over here as well. So, that's where we are at the start of the turn. Now, I've gone through and determined initiative. Union won the initiative, which is a big deal. So Milroy obviously is going to go first. Where I'm at now is I've defined the out of command units. That's all set. Now is division orders, and this is where I left as a conundrum to think on this a little bit. Mainly not for the Confederates. Confederates are not going to go into attack mode. It would be suicide, I think, for them to do that. But mainly for the Union, I think Eli's got to stay in attack mode. Again, not a big deal. And by the way, he is in command. If I trace the command, Milroy is right here. If I trace his command, he can go 2, 3, 4 and a half, and then 6 and a half over into there. Milroy's got a 7, so kind of long and windy road, but it makes it over there. So he is in command, so he's got his 4 AMs, and he's going to stay in attack and just keep pushing. Maybe getting this hex here. Really lucky if they got both of those, but I doubt it. The real question is, what's Elliott going to do? I can, pull them out of attack, put them into advance, and at least get these guys off. Definitely the 13th PA. Which gets me about 3 more points. But then I'm kind of wondering, okay, now what else do I get off? I've still got to hold a line up here so that Eli is not attacked or not defended by the Confederates more than they already are. So that is the tricky proposition over here. My thinking is, I think I'm going to leave them into attack. And here's my thought patterns with this. Because these guys, as I said before, easily get off in attack mode. They've got 3 movement points, 1, 2, 3. He's off, 1, 2, 3. He's off, and he's cavalry. He's cavalry, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's off. So easily get them off in 1 or 2 activations. Same thing with the 13th PA. They'll be going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then off. Now they'll trigger fatigue, but at this point it really doesn't matter. And I can get these 3 off as well. So that gives 3 points right there. And then hopefully gathering more up here. Maybe getting Walker knocked out, combat ineffective. We'll get them going over there like that. So that's going to be the plan. Confederates, again, just holding back the bursting dam and kind of go from there. So we're going to leave them at that. Snow reinforcements, we're going right to the initiative. Obviously it's going to be Milroy. So let's go into Milroy's attack. So let's start with Eli over here and get them started moving. And I think the real question is, do they just want to, well, he's got low ammo, so he's not going to be great firing. Do they want to fire at them and risk being hit? I suppose he should be down there, like so. I didn't want to risk them, but actually if I swing Eli over here in his command, he can boost them up if they take a shot at them, but they're going to be the +1 on Walker. That's going to be tough to break them. They're going to really need a big D to break them. Maybe 6 + 2. So they need a 5 or greater. Well, actually a 5 or then a 6 or greater, because that 7 is just a small D +2 on the dice roll there, versus just going into the attack on there. Actually, I know what I want to do. Actually, we're going to start with the 18th, and they are going to turn and move up, and they're now on the flank of them. They cannot do much over here. Oh, by the way, Walker is out of command, so that's going to be a little bit of a hindrance as well. So 18th Connecticut B, firing on them. They're going to be 5 rifle +1, woods -1, but flank shot gets a +1. So it's a 5 with a +1. roll a 6. Oh, I just realized I didn't have the dice camera on. There we go. Rolls a 6. What did I say? 5 plus 1, so it's a 7. So it's a D plus 2. Walker's there makes it a D plus 1. That makes it 0. Okay, so nothing happens to Walker there. So that gets him in position for a nice attack over there. I think so I need to get them collapsed though. That's going to be the tricky part. If I take a shot with him, well, I can do this. I think I'll move Eli over here. They will take a shot. Obviously, they're firing back. So this is going to be a 6 plus 1. Plus 1 for rifle, plus 1 for prep fire, minus 1 for woods. And then Walker's firing back. He will be a 3 with a plus 1. Okay, 6 plus 1, 3 plus 1. Oh, that's what the Union wanted. 6 with a 9 plus 1 is 1D. Confederate is 3, 4. On the 3 column is D minus 1. Alright, so 1D. So he takes a hit. He's down to 2. Dangerously close to collapsing now. It's a tough unit to have in there. Also, we need to do our leader check. He's good. Walker's okay. So Eli is a D minus 1, or the 5th Maryland is a D minus 1. Eli is there with a minus 1, so it's actually minus 2. Oh, but they're rolling. Well, little hope for Confederates there. So that's going to affect the shock attack here later on. All right. So now he's just going to stay there. So he's in good shape. Move them out of the way here. We've got the Connecticut here. And they'll go 2 uphill is 3. Enough to stop. Well, do they want to do that? All the horses. These guys are abandoned and going to be captured. Or they can move up. Do I want? I think actually I want to go with the 87th first. They've got a refuge flank. I'm going to move Stuart out of the way here for a second. So they're going to take a shot at them. Now they are in the railroad cut. Oh no, they're not. They're in the woods there, aren't they? The railroad cut ends in the Union hex. Okay, so technically that's woods. Here we go. I know everybody. Those teeny tiny half-inch counters in one small space. Alright, let's try to move them back around there. There we go. Alright, so that was the 2nd. He's collapsed. And also out of command. So yeah, he's not going to move up. He is just going to fire into there. So that'd be 7 with a plus 1, plus 2, minus 1. So it's 7 with a plus 1. Refuge flank. Be a 3 coming back. He is in the railroad cut. That's going to be open ground, not woods in there. So that's going to be 3 with a plus 2 and 7 with a plus 1. See what we got. Oh, Confederates got a good roll this time. So 7 plus 1, 7 with a plus 1 is 3. That's a small D. Confederates get a 3, 9. It's a 1D plus 2. So they take a hit. And plus 2, they're a 6. Nobody's helping them. 3 plus 2 is 5. Ooh, that they hold. There's some resolution there to the 87th. PA, that is. Now they got a small D. Stuart is with them. So it's a D minus 1. That'll be okay. There we go. Yeah, it's a 1. So they're okay. We'll do the other half, the 87th here. We'll get a 5. They're going to try to recover. Well, an 8. So they don't recover. That's okay. Yeah, now I think the 18th Connecticut needs to move up and help them there as well. It's not going to be quite 2 to 1. It's going to be a 3 to 2 if they do the attack. So he's done. 5th Maryland. We'll just move in with the abandoned guns. Like that. Alright. I think that's all our moving and shooting. Time for some shock attacks. We've got one there. And we definitely got one right there. Alright, so I think over here, discretion is the better part of valor. They're going to retreat before combat. Move back to here. That will allow the 18th Connecticut A. Whoops, sorry. Getting them slightly out of order. 18th Connecticut will move up there, but let's do it in order. Like so. Alright, so he's retreated. Now here is the bigger decision. Do they stay or do they go? I think they stay to try to hold that. So they're going to check their pre-shock UDD cohesion check. So they're a 7 with a -1. Yep, they pass. So they have to get the fire, but it's only going to be 3 with a +2. Let's see what happens. Oh, they roll a 9 again with a +2. That's a 1D on our top unit there. So he's down to 5, and he does D, so we're going to roll a UDD for the lower unit, and they're okay. Tough attack. The Union is getting the worst of it so far. There we go. That out of command marker just doesn't want to play nice. Alright, we'll move him off for a second. You know he's out of command. So this is going to be now 10 against 6. So it's still going to be a 3 to 2 odds in terms of the attack. So it's +1 for the Union. Defender is not disordered, but the Union is disordered. The attacker is disordered, so it's -1. Ely was part of a, it's kind of odd, he was part of a shock attack over here, so it does count for that. Terrain is a -1 though for the Confederates. So +1, -1, -1, so it's -1 so far. I think that's all we got. Alright, it's -1 attack. Let's see what happens. 5. Oh, no, that's not working. That's 1. Attacker retreats 1 hex and is disordered. Defender and cavalry may do a continued shock. So that didn't work out. The 87th PA is going to be what is it? Retreats 1 hex and is disordered. So they go back to here. Second disorder. So they're going to lose it. No, at this point they need to do a UDD. They're a 5. They roll a 6. They rout. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. So they were going to be the stars of the show, but doesn't look like it. So they rout. So now that's going to trigger a rout over here, here, and here. Well, these guys have to retreat. Well, actually, I got to do the routes first. Okay, so let's do these routes. So the 18th Connecticut, they roll a 6. They're okay. 87th PA is a 5. They roll a 9. Let me check my what's its chart? Routing units. Adjacent unit routes. Okay, fails. It fails here. No, this was so it's second disorder. So now it's got to do another UDD. 5, 2. Okay, so they just lose. Seeing their brethren run. Some more of them run. Okay. So now the last one is the 5th Maryland. They're a 6. Roll a 1, so they're okay. So now the Connecticut, they will retreat and are disordered. Back to there. Oh, that opens up an opportunity for the Confederates to take back another hex. Ooh, interesting. Now they can continue shock, which would be going back into this hex. Let's put that there for the moment. But if they do, they move over here. That hex becomes open, and I'm going to have to plug it with collapsed units. But it is a chance to get hex. So they're actually going to, yeah, desperation, desperate times. They're actually going to turn and move into the shock hex. Now, at that point, and Stuart will go with them. So they can advance into that shock hex. Now, do they want to shock them? They're going to be 5 and 4. They've got to do both. They'd be 9, -1. They are disordered. This time they will get to shoot at them. Hopefully it'd be nice to push back Ewell a little bit. So, sure, let's put a continued, do I have that on here already? Yes, I do. Let's put a continued shock over here. So they're going to continue shock. These guys are just advancing, so we'll wait on those. So now, coming back the reverse way, these guys are going to shock attack. There's no retreat before shock. They do need to do their disorder checks, and they are disordered, so they're going to get a +2. Yeah, +2 on their disorder checks. First one, 3 + 2 is 5. They're okay. Next one is going to be these guys. They're going to be 5 with a +2. Roll a 9, so they fail. Not good. Not good. Yeah, okay, so they got to roll one more time for the second disorder. This time it's a 5 or less. They're rolling 8 he routes. Not good. Unit attack collapsing, and the Confederates taking advantage. So he routes as well. Alright, so now it's just going to be Stuart's unit going against them. So they can shoot back first. So they're +1 for rifles, 1 for disordered, -1 for shooting into the into there. So it's going to be a 4 with a -1. 3 goes to 2. D -2 with Stuart makes 3, so they're fine. Their shock attack now is going to be a 3 to 2. Yeah, 3 to 4 is 3 to 2. All right, this is going to be interesting. 3 to 2 +1. Defenders disordered +2. They are going against Woods, so that's going to be back to +1. They're attacking with a brigadier, so that's okay. So yeah, I think we just got a +1 on the dice roll. 6 + 1 is 7. Defender retreats 1 hex and is disordered. So they must retreat again. They are disordered, so that's a second disorder. They need to do another cohesion check, 5 or less. Roll a 4. They're okay. They lose a strength point. Down to 3. Alright. And the shock attack was with both of them right there, like that. Alright, so that's all for the continued shock. Now for the advances. So he's actually going to advance into, he's going to advance into, he's going to turn and advance into here to recapture that hex. And with that, that will trigger the 5th Maryland to try to reaction face. That's a 6 away. 7. They do turn, but they are going to be disordered. So they're right there. Now, seeing as he's shocked, he's going to have to disorder himself. Like that. Meanwhile, over here, they will advance. 18th Connecticut against Walker. He was out of command. There we go. Wow, that was a turn of events. So the Confederates just recaptured 2 of the hexes, but I feel they're going to be in peril here because Elliott can move up. To try to block them, and I think that's who's going to be next, because I think we're done with Ewell over here. So with Elliott, I think we've got to go with 122nd here first. These guys are low ammo, so he's going to go up here for 2. He can't reaction phase, so he's going to take some fire in the rear hexes here. So they're going to be 4, but actually they're not going to shoot because they're -2. I'll just shock attack them because they'll be attacking through the rear hexes. Now Milroy and his crew, oh, he needs to recover though. Well, that's okay. We're going to move him up 2 and not recover. And then actually turn him for 3. Like so. Alright, good. Good. Let's get the 13th Cavalry moving. They're going to go, turn 1, turn 2, 3, 4. And they will turn 1, turn 2, 3, 4. And they will go 1, turn 2, 3, 4. Get them moving up there so they can move out. 12th Cavalry, might as well send them on their way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's another half point. 1, 2, 3, and they're off. So there's another full point. Now Elliott over here. Yeah, he's got to move him up. They're going to go up and hold him here. So they'll come forward into the woods. I think they'll shoot as well. It'll be 6 against 6. +1, -1, so that's 0. And then 6 +1 +2 -1 is 1. So 6 is straight up and a 6 -1. +1. Oops, let me re-roll this one. That bumped it. Okay, 1 and 2. So not much, not very good shooting. 6 plus 1 with a +1 is D -1, and then D. So with Elliott, he's going to make it a D -1. 6 goes to 5, you're okay. And then D -1 for 3rd North Carolina B, and they're okay. Alright, so that holds him there. Well, they look to reoccupy hexes. Move these up. Elliott up here. Yeah, he's going to exchange fire here with them. So they're going to be 5 with a +1, +2, -1, 1. And he'll be 3 +1. So 5 +1, 3 +1. Yeah, 5 +1 is 0. 1, that's a miss for the Union. And then 3, it's a D +1 for the Confederates. So there'll be a 6 with a +1. Rolled an 8. Not going very well for the Union. This Could be interesting ending up here. Now I've got this little grouping up here. He's low ammo, so he's 2, 7. And it's going to take him 2 moves to get up there. 116th Ohio. Yeah. Not real great. That 110th Ohio. Not liking here with his low ammo. So I think he's going to actually take a step back for a moment and allow this guy to go 1, and now he'll take a shot at them, so that's going to be 5 plus 1 minus 1, so straight up 5. 9, ooh, that's a hit. 1d plus 2. 1d plus 2, so he goes down to a 2. Plus 2, it's actually going to turn with those 2 leaders. Let's do a leader check. Fine. Those 2 leaders, it turns into a -1, so 7 with a -1. Oh, it fails. Oh, whoa, whoa. Flanking fire. Fire, unexpected location. Knocks him down, even with the leaders there. So, next. Oop. Come on, Johnson. Stay on your horse. Okay, so he's moved 1 to there, fired, and then he's going to go 2 into there. Right there. Alright, next, the other battalion. He's going to turn, come across the run for 1, turn. And then I think take a shot at them, which is going to be, there's 7, shoot back if they shoot back. So they're going to be 5 with a +1. They're going to hold their fire just to see what he does. So 5 plus 1, 2, 3, it's D -1. They're an 8, so that's not going to have any effect. Alright, so they've gone 1 over to there, 2 to there, and then turn. Like so. Alright, very good. Very good. Now, last 2 units up here. I think the 12th is going to turn and go 1 into there. Take a shot on the flank of the 10th Louisiana. 5 plus 1 plus 2. 5 plus 2. 8. That's going to get a D on them. That's not good. Okay. It gets them a D. Now, these guys in front will shoot, which will be 4 plus 2. And they'll return fire with 3, straight up 3. 4 plus 2 and a 3. Well, that didn't work. D -2 for the Confederates. and a D on the Union. D minus 2. They're a 6, so they can potentially fail. No, they don't. Okay, so that's it. All for the movement of Elliot. Now for the shock attacks. Does Elliot shock him? 6 on 6. 6 on 6. You get a -1. I don't think it's worth it there. I think the only shock attack, they won't because they're disordered. Even though the other one is disordered too, there's just too much risk at the moment. 5, yeah, too much risk at the moment. So the only shock attack will be up here. That will be this guy. Boom. So they're going to retreat before shock. Yes, they are, because they're being flanked. So they're going to pull back 1 to there. And then the Union will move forward, I think, he says, intrepidly. Actually, no, I think they'll stay right there. They won't move up. Okay, that's all from Milroy. Have to say, kind of a little disappointed, particularly in the 87th. After they made great strides, they got pounded backwards and lost 2 victory hexes. Even though the others kind of held the line, and they do have a path to keep going. The next one, Johnson, coming up here. So let's take a look at what Johnson's going to do. Not a lot to do here. Walker's in a tough position. I think he's got to keep from losing more troops. He's not combat ineffective, so he gets 4. These guys only get 2. Pretty tough situation here with these regrouping units. You got those units up there. Alright, I think these units are going to use their out of command at this point and not do anything. They're okay. So I'll give them 3 AMs to work with. Walker down here. Tough situation, tough situation. There's nothing to gain to hold anything here. It's all within there. So, but if he tries to withdraw, he's going to get fired upon. But it's with a low ammo unit. So actually that might be worthwhile. Alright, so this unit is going to just move back to there. He's going to try to withdraw. Let's see, withdraw over here. He's going to be shot at with these guys. So they're going to be 6 with a -2, +1, +2. So it's going to be just straight up 6. Oh, 7. That's a decent roll. That is a D. So he is disordered. Okay. Can still move to there. Can move 1 more. Yeah, I think he will move 1 more over into there. So he's over there like so. Alright, so that takes care of Walker. Oh, wait, actually, no, I got this guy over here. Yeah, we'll use his out of command at this point. So he has 3 later. Okay, Williams and Stewart. So we got Stewart over here. He is in a oh, I should have shocked him. I forgot. Totally zoned on that one. He's going to do 4 against 6 with a rear facing. Now he's in a tough position. I mean, he could advance into here. to take this, but that abandons these three back here. If I do that, he abandons that. But if he stays there, he has nothing good coming about on there. And he's only got 2 activations. He's only got 2 activations. So this is going to be a tough one here, because I don't know. Let's move these out of the way. That's a frontal hex over there. Can't move there, can't move there. Could move there, could move there. But either way, it's a bad proposition. Alright, let's see if I can get some help up here first. So these guys go 2 to there. That'll help a little bit. Just establishing some sort of defensive line. These guys only have 5, so they'd have to turn 2, 4. Alright, let's bring them over as well. They'll be underneath. I need to remove my fingers. This is going to be a good size stack here with all the counters. There we go. Alright, so that takes care of them. I've got him. Yeah, he'll take a shot. He'll be 6 plus 1 plus 2 minus 1. 6 plus 1, and then be 6 plus 1 as well. So, a little firefight here in the woods. Both roll 8. Both go to 9. It's 1D for each. I think that hurts the Confederates a little bit more than the Union. So 1, and he's D'd, so he's down to a 5. And Elliot's unit is down to a 5, and he's D'd, and do a commander loss. Elliot's fine. Alright, that shootout's going over there. Now, can't avoid it. What to do with Stuart's bunch here? Do I leave them where they are? Do I maneuver them forward? I can't really turn them because it's only 1 hex. So they're going to be flanked no matter what. I guess what's going to be the best situation? Yeah, actually that's the best situation. So they'll stay there and actually shoot. So it'll be 6 plus 1 minus 1 minus 1 against them. So it'll be 6 against 4. 6 with a minus 1 and a 4 with a minus 1. Confederates missed completely. 4, so D plus 1 makes it a D with Stuart there. 4, he's okay. So yeah, that whole bunch of nothing. So that ends Stuart's, and that's their first activation. Put that over there. Now we've got Williams back here. Tough situation for him. They're holding there, they're holding there. They're going to try to recover him. So minus 3, or 6 with a minus 3. Yeah, they're going to recover easily. I think that's key, holding that with both the leaders. And this guy's going to try to recover. 6, he rolls a 6. Okay. What else with Williams? Look at him. He's collapsed. He's lost. He's lost. What's this unit? No, that's not Williams. Okay, that's it. Okay, I think that's all for Johnson. All right, those are the first 2 AMs. Quite the battle here. Confederates making a stand and taking back some units. So we're coming up about an hour now, so I think I'm going to just pull the next chip and let you know what that is. It's going to be Milroy again. Ooh, looks like we're going back and forth with these guys. So I think I'm going to pause it right here for the moment. Take a think about this and see about bringing you back with this. I may play through the whole thing. It might be a very long video, but hopefully you're enjoying this with it. So let me take a look at what I want to do with Milroy's second AM and bring you back after that. Okay, we're back here and we're up to Milroy's second AM. I think I figured out what I want to do with Milroy. I think Ely, his task is going to be going after Walker. And here's why I say that. Walker, this unit is 1 point away from collapsing. If he does, that would mean that 3 of the 5 are collapsed and he would be brigade combat ineffective. Another 5 points for the Union. That's the most points they can gain. Even though capturing these hexes immediately would be nice, and I still think Elliott's units will get in there. I think this yields better results. So we're going to start with Ely over here, and then we'll move on to Elliott to get these hexes in line for us as well. So let's start with Ely. Again, going after Walker here, and of course he's got to watch out for Stewart behind him, and be careful on how we actually do this. Now I could move him up to attack, but I think I want the 18th Connecticut to go first. So they're going to go 2 to there, and then 3 into there. Now that means they got to attack both of those, so that actually gets them up to 3. But I think what I'm also going to do is have, let's see, they're going to be, I want them to fire, that's my question, because they'll be 7 with a -1, they'll be 5 with a +1, and they'll be 2 with a plus with nothing. So there's a good chance they will miss or get a very low roll, which would be helpful. But I really want to disorder them, so I don't think they're going to fire. I think they'll just move up to there. We'll also have the 18th Connecticut they will move up there as well. Of course, they recombined, and now they'll both be low ammo. So 18th Connecticut, where are you? There it is, right there. So they will be 11. And they'll have a low ammo. But that's surely more than enough to attack that. Then Ely is going to come up too. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to give a good attack. 5th Maryland B. Well, 5th Maryland A, let's take them first. They're going to try to recover, but they'll be about +1 on the dice. Oh, that's not good. They lose a step. Ouch. That's not good. So they didn't recover, and even worse, they lost a step. So now the other 5th Maryland, they're going to have to turn and come up 2 to there, I think. Now I think with that, the cavalry needs to do something. I'm going to turn, go 1 to there, and then 2, 3 to there. Now they could shoot down there. They got carbines. They're mounted though, so that's gonna get some minuses. 2x away with carbines. Yeah, that's a -1. That's not good. Plus they're gonna be reduced for being mounted there, but they'll move there for now. I've got the 87th. Oh, they're collapsed. That's not good. So they can't do much. I can pivot. Keep them out of there. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so we've got these attacked forming up here. So Eli, these units, they were moving, so they're actually charge, I think. So we'll add that in there. Walker, his units, they've got to retreat. This is going to attack both of these here. That's where the shock attack is. I should mark that. Both of these units. They're going to charge both of them. They do need to retreat. So, first off, we'll move some of these markers out of the way. We'll move him back to there. He will be a 7. Well, a 1. So they're okay. Oop, I don't want him on there. And they'll move back, so he'll help them out. So it'll be 7 with a -1. I roll a 0, so they're okay. So now these units can move up, keep them engaged, like so. That comes off, so that's it. Alright, now for Elliott, let's take the easy one, cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We'll get them off. These guys up here, he's going to try to recover. I think, yeah. Oh, man. Wow. A lot of 9s today on recoveries. Okay. So now we're going to go with Milroy's got to recover this unit with the 122nd. So it's going to be 5 with a -2. Yeah, he's good shape. That's good. That'll help them. Alright. And then this guy, he's gonna, if he moves up here, he won't be able to turn because he'll be in the frontal hex of this guy. If he shoots at him, yeah, he's got to shoot at them. I think 4 at them is going to be 4 with +1, +2, -1. So 4 with a +1. 3 + 1 is 4. It's not a lot. So lowercase d, Stuart's there, makes a -1. 4 - 1 is 3, so they're okay. Alright, they may shock here later on. Actually, I'm going to put the shock marker on there now so I don't forget. I think they have to. Elliot up here. He's got to try to recover him, I think. So 5 minus 1. Yeah, that gets him. Right there. Now these guys. Should I take the 116th? They will turn 1 into there for 2-3 and take some shots. They're going to shoot at their flank. So that's 5 plus 1 minus 1 is 0. Plus 1 for the flank. 5 plus 1. Ugh. That is nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's where a 9 would have helped. This collapsed unit, though, can return fire. They don't wipe out the line here. Now he's a 2. So he'll be a 2 with a minus 1. 2 D minus 1. He's a 6. Yeah, he's fine. Alright, but that pushes them right there. I think he's got to try to recover. It's going to be 5 with a plus 1. Fails. This guy. Turns. No, this guy's going to actually shoot. Sorry. So he's going to be a 5. Straight up 5. Now, do they return fire? Actually, I think I'll have these guys return fire. So there'll be a 3. Alright, so first off, let's get this shot going. So 5, shoot a 5, miss. There'll be a 3 plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, D minus 2, they're a 6. Yep, they're fine. Okay, so that takes care of them. Now I've got these guys. I can't get off, so I'm not sure what to do with them. They're low ammo, so it's gonna be tough to do anything with them without getting them in the way of something. So actually, what I think we'll do is we'll move these back. They're going to turn. 1, turn again. 2, 3. Into there. Right. Okay, shock attacks. We've got 1 there. Yeah, I think we push the lines over here with 2 separate shock attacks. 1 there. And here. Okay, retreat before shock. collapsed unit is going to retreat before shock. Right there. So that leaves that hex open. He is not. And then he cannot. Frontal, 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 yep. Alright, so now cohesion checks. Let's start here. He is a 6. A +2. 3, they're okay. Okay, now we'll come over here. He is a 6 with a +2 -1, so it's a 6 with +1. He is okay as well. Alright, so now shooting. He can't shoot, so he can. So he'll go 6 +1 -1 -1. So 6 minus, or excuse me, not 6. No. It's 5. That's important. 5 -1. 8 goes down to a 7. He's a D +2. Elliot is with him, so it makes it a D +1. And he rolls a 2 + 1 is 3. He's fine. Alright, so now let's just go right into the shock attacks. 7 against, no, 5 against 5, right? Yeah, 5 on 5. So straight up. We got terrain is a -1. The disordered unit is +1, so that negates that. And I believe that's it. Yeah. Straight up roll. 4. Bloody standoff. Each side loses 1 step, and this is disordered. Right. So, let's see. I don't know what this is going to favor. So the Confederates first. They're 5. They go down to a 4. They're still in good shape. But they are disordered. So it's a second disorder as a result of shock attack. So they've got to do a UDD. Roll a 6, and they are a 6. They pass. They lose another one. Down to 3. But they stand. So they lose 1 for the Union. That gets them down to 4. And then they disorder. Do a leader check. It's fine. Okay, so that ends that one. Over here we've got 4 against 6, so it's going to be a -1 on the odds. Defender's disordered, so now it goes up to 0. Then he's shocking into the into that hex. So it's going to be a -1. And then it's a rear attack, so it's +2. So it's actually going to be a +1 on the dice. 6 + 1 is 7. Defender retreats 1 hex and is disordered. Now he can't retreat, so he's gonna lose a step. So he goes down to 5, and then he's disordered, which means that's a second disorder. They've got to do a test, which is going to be a 6 with a -1. 5, 4. They're okay. Right. So they're okay there. So we do need to do a leader loss. No leader loss. Alright, that ends that. So Stuart is trying to hold the bridge, but it is precarious. That's the first shock attack for both sides. That's Stuart and Elliot. Okay. I think that's it. That's it. All right, let's move on to the next AM. Milroy again. Ooh. It's going to be interesting here. Let's continue on. So, now what to do, he says. I think we got to start with Elliott again. They can press the attack. They're going to maybe a -2. They can shoot at them, so we'll start at them. So it's going to be -2, -3, +2, so it's -1. It's a 4 with a -1. 6, 5. Oh, that's low ammo. They're out of ammo. It's a D. Leader is there. It's 6 with a -1. 2. He's okay. Alright, but they're out of ammo. I have to give him the bayonet. Okay. So now we've got Milroy's unit here, the other 125th. They're going to move up into there, recapture that hex. And actually, I think they're going to turn first. So it's 1, 3. And I think their best option is just to wait and attack. Yeah, we'll leave Milroy with them. Yeah. Alright, so they recapture one of the victory hexes that they lost. Now the other thing here is that, oh, by the way, Milroy is going to get, or Elliott's going to get another fatigue, which will be interesting. I don't know if it'll be a factor, but we'll see. So now this unit is going to turn for 1, 3, position to attack with Elliott's group. Oh, forgot about the shock attack here, and his advance. I think we want to go and turn 60 degrees. I think I want them like that. Bit dangerous, but oh no, actually I'm going to leave him forward like that. There we go. Alright, so now what he can do, he's actually not going to do anything, I think. He's not going to shoot. He's just going to wait there. Come back up here. He's got a 5 to recover, +1. 7 doesn't make it. That's okay. The Ohio unit is going to turn into the woods and turn back. So these guys, 1, 2, they're off. Another half point. 1, 2, they're off. 1, 2, 3, 4, they're off. Alright, so there's 4 more, 1.5 more points for them. I think he's going to try to recover. He does. That's good. Alright, what else for Elliott? I think that's it. So now let's go into our shock attacks. So we're going to have him there. We're going to have him there. Actually, we'll have him there. And actually have him over here. They're down to 5. They are at 4. So it's still a 3 to 2. -1. Yeah, they've got to do it. Right there. Okay, those are all the shock attacks. Now, retreats. He cannot. They can, do they want to? And they can, do they want to? He cannot. They can. There's no chance that they can counterattack. So I think they are going to retreat. And they're going to retreat as well. Leaving those 2 hexes for the Union. Just provides a buffer for the Union. So these 2 guys need to do a cohesion check. Ooh, he's disordered. He's got a +2, so it's a 6 with a +2. 7. He fails. Not good. So pre-shot cohesion check. So he's going to roll again. 6 or less. Rolls a 6, so it's a strength loss. So it's 1, so he's down to 2. And then he's got to retreat, but he can't, so he loses 1. So he's down to a. Well, he collapsed, and now he's down to a 1. So the collapse happened before, so now we got to roll again. Yeah, he's fine. He's not going to be here very long. I have a feeling he's going to take them out pretty quickly. Over here, we've got 6 +2 -1, so 6 with a +1. 3 +1 is 4, so he is okay. Alright, over here, so let's start with this one. And this is going to be 4 against 5, so it's a 3-2. -1 for the odds. +1 for disorder, -1 for terrain. So it's a -1 on the dice roll. Oh, rear attack, sorry. Rear attack is +2, so it's +1 on the dice roll. 4 +1 is 5. Defender retreats 1 hex and is disordered. So can't retreat, so there's another strength loss for him. He's down to 4. And then he's disordered. Now that's his second disorder. And he needs to do a UDD, which is a 6 with a -1. He's okay. He's just slowly getting beat up here. Again, it's just holding out as best as possible. Do a leader check up here. Leader check is okay. Should have done that first. That would have gotten Stuart, but so be it. Alright, so that effectively ends that one. And now we go for this guy over here. This is going to be pretty messy. These 2 guys are going after him, which is 4. 7's 11 against 1. So the odds are 5 or better, 5 to 1 or better, +5. He is disordered. +1 is 6. There's no charge. Terrain is -1, so it goes back down to a 5. That's it. It's +5 on the dice. 8. 3 + 5 is 8. Defender retreats 1 hex and is disordered. Can do continued shock attack, but can't retreat, so he is gone. Lost the strength point. Take the collapsed off, and he's destroyed. Okay, so now advances. Definitely going to have guys advance here. Yeah, that's fine. Like that. Elliot is going to advance. Capture that hex. This is under Union control. This one had not been. These 2 under Confederate control. Well, that will probably change. He will advance and turn. Oh, no, he won't turn, he'll just advance over here. So, yeah, everything's collapsing here for the Confederates. So they have 1, 2, 3 still for 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, but now we've got Ely to go. So 5th Maryland is going to try to recover. 7, he doesn't. The other 5th Maryland, he's going to have a +1. Oh, bloody hell. So that collapses him. Oh boy, this is going to be really weird. Really weird. Okay. Oh, there we go. So, very strange. How to play this here, because they're now collapsed. They're in danger of losing all these points if something doesn't happen. Okay, well, let's go with Ely up here. They could actually take a shot, but I don't think it's going to be that great. They're going to try to go after him, shock attack again, but they can retreat. That's what they're going to do. They're going to go back 1. Now they need to do a cohesion check. That's going to be a 5 or 6. Sorry, or a 5 or 7. They're okay. These guys are going to go back. They're going to be a 7 with a -1. Yeah, they're okay. So they can go into here. I don't know if they're going to get them. All they need to do is keep moving back. Meanwhile, this section here is in danger. Alright, so that's all for Ely. So let's continue on. 3 of Milroy's are out. That means there's only 1 left with 3 of Johnson. Now, Stewart only has 1, and Williams only has 1 left. And actually, they're out of command, so they only have 2 left. Alright, Milroy. Milroy gets his last one. Oh, I forgot fatigue. Sorry. Hold on. Hold that horse. This goes to a fatigue 1. That could become serious. And Ely becomes fatigue 1 here as well. So that means all attacks, everything gets an initial DRM. Okay. So he's collapsed and he's in there. Okay, I think I got to take Ely here. I've driven him back. So they're in good shape. he can come down and attack over here. Okay, that's what we're going to do first here, is going to have Elliot attack. So they're going to be here. They can't shoot, but that's okay. These guys will move down into here. Maybe 7, 11 against 4. Yeah, they'll have a good attack against them. Elliot is actually going to join them for the attack. So he moves down there. Actually, just for remembrance. Do that. He's going to stay put. Milroy's units, I think these guys are going to try to push against them for attacks. He's going to try to recover. It's going to be a +1. He does recover. That is a very good thing. So he's in there. He's supporting there. These guys, turn 1, 2, he's off. Turn 1, 2, 3, he's off. So there's another point for the Union side. Okay, now shock attacks. I think we're getting close to the end, folks. I know it's long, but I think it's exciting. This is quite intriguing here how this is going, with the Union possibly getting a win here. So we got shock attacks here. These guys will run away, of course. He will go back into this wood hex here. Dangers of large stacks. Go back into that wood hex. There. They will be able to advance. Oops. Come on. And they will be able to advance. Okay. Oh, actually, no, they can't go back into it. They'd have to go... I just noticed that. They go there. He would have to retreat over them, because that's in the frontal hex of these guys. Okay, so they'll actually have to retreats over them. Alright, they'll retreat over them. And he'll have to do a UDD. That's 7 or less. Yeah, he's okay. They're over there. They're streaming back. Alright, so that's that. These guys can't retreat. Got to take the attack. That's their pre-shock cohesion test is 6 with a +1. Yep, they're okay, but now they're going to be taking 11 against 4. That's a 2-to-1 with +2. -1 for the woods is a +1. They're disordered +2. Rear attack is +2 more is 4. This is not good. Plus 4. Plus 9. 5 is 9. That's retreats. 1 hex. Disordered. Okay. Retreats 1 hex. He can't. Down to a 3. Leader check. It's good. So now second disorder, so it's going to be 6 with a -1. 4. He's still hanging in there. He's basically just whittling away these troops, though. That can come off. he's stuck right there. Oh, I forgot this, the fatigue. Forgot the fatigue, but that wouldn't have made a difference because it would have made it 8, which would have been the same thing. So, all right. So Union now has 1, 2, 3, 4. The Confederate 2. All right. That's fine. All right. So now advances over here. That shock marker off. Milroy and company come into there. Oops. Milroy and company coming into there. And this guy comes off. He comes forward. Okay. Pushing them back. Not much Confederates can do. Alright, that's all from Milroy. He's off, so let's go. Oops, sorry about that. Now we've got the Union, the other Union brigade here. That will be Ewell. If I can get the stack straight. Oh, wrong way. There we go. There we are. Okay. Wish he was recovered. Now he could turn. That would be into woods. Three. 4.5. Can't do it. Can't do it. Alright, he's got to stand there. So this guy's going to try to recover. So that's 5. And he gets a 5. A little bit too late. We keep pushing them back. Well, I think I'm going to take a shot at him. It's going to be 7 with a -2. +2, -2 against these guys here. I'll fire back with a 2. That's it. Yeah. 7 against 2. Straight up rolls. 3 and a 3. D -2 on the Union. D -3. He's probably okay. 3 on the 7 is a D. Walker will make it a D -1. 8 -1 is 7. Yes, he is good. He is good. So, they're okay. And I think that's it. That's all from Milroy. Alright, we just got 3 chits left. They are all Johnson. So I'm just going to lay these out, keep you on here, finish it off, and just go through them one at a time. So, Johnson. We got Walker over here. It's got him. This collapsed guy over here can't do much. And these guys can't do too much. I think we'll take us out of command with this first one. And that will handle all of them. Williams. Actually, I'm not going to do too much. He did recover. He could shoot, but he's already brigade. He's a 2, a -1. He would be a 5 with a 2 with a +1 and 5 with a +1. Really doesn't affect anything. I think Williams is just going to pass as well. So he does everything. It's really going to be Stewart that can do something. Now Stewart down here is disordered. He's going to fire at them. Very odd attack here. It's going to be a 3 with a -1. 7 goes down to a 6. It's a D. They roll a 5, I believe. Oh, they roll a 9, so they fail. Oh, they fail, so they're going to lose a step. Now they've got to do a route check. They're okay, they don't route, but now they've got to retreat. So they come back. Actually, I'll come back over here. Now let's see, these guns actually, oh wait a minute, these guns are actually lost because they were on the 2 side last turn, so they should have came off. Okay, these are actually permanently lost. I'm sorry. It's not going to affect it. Yep. So they were on the 2, and I didn't change that at the end of the turn because I forgot they were at 2. Alright, but that pushes him back. He can now advance because he didn't move into there. Alright. And now he's going to pivot like so. But this is his second activation. Ah, he's going to get stuck. He is stuck. Alright, that's it. That's it for him. And his other units back here. Stack that's falling. They're all collapsed, so they really can't do much. So there's nothing more there. So that's all for Johnson. So if Stewart's done, Walker did 1. He can still move. Does he have anything that can affect anything? Not really. So he's got these units here, and him. There's no real attack that can be done, so Walker's pretty much done. Williams, he only has 2. He didn't do anything last time, so he had activated before, so he's still got 1, but yeah, he can't do anything. Alright, I think we'll just wrap it up there. So that's basically it for the game. So now let me do some number crunching and come back with you with the finale of the game and let you know who actually won. So I'll be back with you in a little bit. Okay, wrapping up the battle for Stephenson's Depot here with the second battle of Winchester here. So we got to the last turn, all 6 turns. Confederates made a valiant stand, but the Union numbers overwhelmed Johnson's better troops. They didn't have enough troops to do it, particularly down here around the bridge area, and that was key to getting a victory. The Union also got units off the board here as well on there. And again, that was key to their victory. So, what does it look like in terms of numbers? Here it is. Let's look at it here. So, victory hexes, only 15 for the Confederate. Looking back there, the Confederates did not get victory hexes for a couple of the railroad hexes. There's only a total of 3 hexes they got victory conditions. So I adjusted this. So they got 15. Union had 7. Combat and effectiveness, both Williams, Stewart, combat and effective, plus the division makes 15. Units moved off board, 7.5 points. Cavalry losses, Union lost 7 cavalry strength points. Artillery losses, Confederates lost 4. Totals, 33 for the Union, 22 for the Confederates. So with that, if we look at our degree of victory, back in our book here, we will see that this is 15 to 22. It's 11.5. It's a tactical victory, just barely a tactical victory for the Union forces. So a little bit of a change of history with the tail end of Winchester. Milroy was able to get enough of his forces off. Presumably now he'll start to disengage with Johnson, as Johnson is pretty beat up, and actually Johnson probably needs to fall back and let the rest of Ewell's troops come up and pursue Milroy back up towards Harper's Ferry with this. So slightly different ending. Couple things here we noted for losses. Union lost 1 cavalry completely, plus 2 routed units, the half of the 87th PA and 1 battalion of the 18th Connecticut. Confederate losses were a little bit more. North Carolina battalions, plus the artillery, and then a couple of Virginia units were lost, or were routed in there as well. So quite a bit of action here towards the end of it with everything. But Milroy was able to break through, capture the railroad gap here, get enough points to outlast the Confederates and win the day. So that's the end of it. Hopefully you enjoyed this here for the upcoming long weekend. And yeah, if you like it, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and look for some more future 160th videos coming up here real soon. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.